Assalamu alaikum everyone.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome to another episode of the program.
My sister and I.
So, a lot of you have asked about more information about us, who we
Mm-hmm.
are, where we have been, how come we talk, if we're Iranian, how come we talk English so fluently, where we've been raised, and everything. So, we thought that we would dedicate a couple of our minutes in this program to talk about such information. So, Fatima, which one should start first?
Okay, so I think I want to start with saying like why did we start this channel?
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long time that we've been wanting to do something like this, to do something about Islamic culture, and then because we're Iranian, so that's the first tip. We are originally Iranian. Because we are Iranian, we thought that there's so much that is not known, and the Iranian culture is so rich that we would like to share with you uh, some some of the most highlighted features of our culture, of our country, and so many different things. So that's the first reason that we started this channel. We want to share with you the beauties of our country and the beauties of our culture.
And our religion, of course. Okay, so that's the first point. The second point is that how come we speak English so fluently? When we were really small, Fatima being 4 and I being 8 or 9, we traveled to another country, Canada. We used to live in Montreal for about 7 years of our life. And so we learned our English.
Et on parle un petit de français aussi.
Oui, c'est vrai. So we learned English while being raised in Canada for a couple of years, being, going to schools there. That's why we speak English so fluently. And then once we came back to Iran, we all went to university studying English. Fatima, what did you study?
So I have a BA of English Language and Literature, and my master's is in North American Studies. And I've done a master's in North American Studies. The topic of my thesis was the rights of religious minorities in Montreal, Quebec.
And so I studied English translation for my bachelor's degree. I studied it obviously in Iran. And for my master's, I studied teaching English as a foreign language. And then since I've always wanted to use the English language as only a means of transferring a whole lot of other kinds of information, I shifted into Islamic studies. And so for my PhD, I studied in a seminary for women, a very famous one in Rome, and I did Islamic studies. And my field of interest has been the study of women and family in Islam. So I've been working on this field for about 8, 9 years of my life. I really like it, and inshallah, I'm planning to learn more and more as we go by.
Yeah. I guess the next piece of information could be what do we do as our hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to say that if I were to say what I enjoy doing most, that is eating and cooking and baking. So besides this page that we have, I have another page on Instagram. It's called Desserts in the Desert with a 2 in front of it and no dots or hyphens or underscores or anything. And I love cooking. I love baking. That's a big part of my life, and it's a really big passion that I have. Yeah, so I'm a foodie.
I'm a
What
foodie
about
too.
Rosie?
Um, I don't cook, I don't bake or cook as much as Fatima does. But one of the favorite things that I would like to do when I go on a trip is to explore the different kinds of cuisines and dishes that we can definitely find in different parts of the world, not only Iran, but different parts of the world. I really like traveling to in Iran and in other parts of the world. I like tropical conditions, tropical
Countries.
climates and countries. Malaysia being one of our favorites.
Yeah, Malaysia was a really, really amazing experience.
Yeah.
I think the best part of Malaysia was that there was halal food everywhere, you
Yeah.
know. You
Yeah.
wouldn't have to be like, oh, I'm craving this or I'm craving that. Everything was available.
Yeah. So what else should we say?
I think that one of the other things that we're going to cover on this program is the Iranian cuisine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we will take you to well-known traditional Iranian style. Like, we're going to show you the most well-known Iranian foods, and then we're going to take you to like very traditional settings of Iranian restaurants and different things that we do in our culture, like during our free time, or what like Iranian families would do basically.
So one more point that we wanted to share with you was that after coming back, even while we were in Canada, we traveled to many countries. Like we traveled to America, all the way from Montreal to Washington, D.C., and even Texas.
Mhm.
We went to NASA together with our families. We drove all the way, we didn't go by plane. So as children, we have a very rich experience of traveling and meeting other people, meeting different cultures. Even when we came back, we traveled to the UK, to Italy, to, obviously Islamic countries like Malaysia, Iraq, Saudi Arabia. Which other countries did we travel to?
England, Italy.
I said we.
You did?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like we went to Georgia, Armenia, and like a lot.
Traveling has been a big part of
It's
our life.
Yeah, we really love it.
Mhm.
And we usually travel with our families. We're very family oriented people.
I think that's one of the things, like, that's one of the goals that we have in this program and in these videos that we share with you, is that we want to highlight the role of family. Because, you know, unfortunately, when you go to many Western countries, you see that family is getting, the role of the family and the strength of the family is getting so weak that people mostly enjoy their time with their friends, and it's not cool to be with your families anymore. And we sort of want to show that no, you can be actually best friends with your parents, and you can share everything that you have with your parents.
Or even
And
your sister.
yeah. And what can we do, like, as parents, to have kids, you know, to be the best friends of our kids? Inshallah, we'll talk about that.
And
I
also,
guess, yeah,
yeah,
go ahead.
we wanted. I just wanted to say that since traveling, the reason we mentioned the names of different countries is to just say that we have been having the chance to experience being with different nationalities, with different cultures, and even now that the place that we keep going and we keep attending programs that are multicultural, multinational,
Mm.
and we see different people, different cultures, different, so that we keep an open eye to the differences of people that you can possibly see. And if we claim something, it's not just because we've read it somewhere; we've actually experienced it.
First-hand experience, yeah.
Yeah.
And like Razia said, multicultural, we have a very, I mean, multiculturalism is a very highlighted feature of our life. We've traveled a lot. When we were in Canada, we had friends from so many different religions.
Mm.
And I think that my parents, you know, they wanted us to be exposed to different cultures and different religions. We have friends from different religions. I have great Jewish friends. I have great Christian friends.
Me too.
And we are actually very proud of that, that we focus on the similarities that we have with different cultures and different religions rather than the differences. And I think the world has had enough hatred in it.
Yeah.
Let's spread some love.
I remember being in a Jewish school for 1 year in my secondary schools in high school, and 1 year in a Catholic school. You know, uh, so I've been in Jewish and Christian atmospheres. So Fatima, is this all?
Yeah, I think we shared as much as we wanted to. If you have questions, if you want like specific topics to be discussed, please do share them with us. Leave us a comment, and
And
we'd
all
be
the
more than happy
best.
to answer. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.
Well, assalamu alaikum.